evening. I'm Susan Curtis. I'm one of the site directors at Baldwin Foothills. Along with Teresa Barnes, my co-site director, we would like to welcome you to the Commencement Exercises for Baldwin Foothills. We could not have our continued success here without the support of our community leaders in Baldwin County. We'd like to thank Baldwin High School Principal Jason Flanders and Superintendent Dr. Norris Price for the use of this facility and their continuing support for Baldwin Foothills. We want to thank you, everyone who has shared in the goal of helping young people become confident, educated adults. Foothills continues to make that vision possible. We are grateful once again to Baldwin County for hosting our graduation in this beautiful building. At this time, I would like to introduce the class of 2022 to share a few words. To lead the pledge is Jarius Bell.
Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, which is a republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Ja'Cory David will now give our welcome.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of Foothills Educated High School, we welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2022. My fellow students and I have worked extremely hard to accomplish this goal. We sincerely appreciate all the support and encouragement we receive from our family, friends, and dedicated staff under our very Foothills site. Thank you for being here to share our accomplishments on this very special occasion. On behalf of my fellow 2020 graduates, we say thank you. We will have Jasmine Kemp to introduce our guests.
We would like to recognize some special guests. Will you please stand as I call your name? Dr. Shuri Gibney Sherman, Superintendent. Dr. Nathan Franklin, Government Board Chair. Our Foothills Regional Director, Dr. Norris Price, Baldwin County School Superintendent. And members of the Baldwin County School System, thank you all for your support.
Hi, I'm Ariel Campbell from the Walton Foothills campus, and I'm the 2022 Foothills Valedictorian. I would like to start off with a special thank you to all the staff at Foothills for being so helpful and supportive to all the students. They truly want to see everyone succeed in life, which is why they ask me, so what's next? Or what's your plans after graduation? To which I respond, I'm not sure, but I definitely want to travel the world. So when I was asked to write this speech, I instantly thought of Sandra Cisneros' story, 11. She says, what they never tell you is that when you're 11, you're also 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Because when I get asked what's next, I think of my 11-year-old self who would quickly jump to tell you that she wants to go to Emory University to become an orthopedic surgeon. I'm a little jealous of her because she had it all planned out. But I also had another answer at 8 years old to the same question. I was going to be the President of the United States because my family always said I could. And at 5, I was going to be a teacher because I loved going to school. I'm also a little bit jealous of her. But now I'm standing here in my gown, so unsure of what I want to do for the rest of my life because I wanted to do so many things at different ages. However, one of my constant desires has always been to see the world, and I plan to make it happen. So my message to all of the graduates out there is that it's perfectly normal to be confused. We all had so many ideas of the extraordinary things we would do when we got older. layered on top of one another from the previous years, leaving us with so many options to choose from. So take a breather before rushing into something and know that it's okay to change your mind about your career path. Do what makes you happy and never settle for less. But for now, just appreciate this huge accomplishment and remember to keep appreciating all the things you accomplish in life. Congratulations to all the graduates here, and thank you to all the friends and family for coming out to support them.
Jasmine Purvis will be delivering our site graduate address. She has been a delight to get to know, and we know she will be a success in all of her future plans. Jasmine.
Good evening, fellow classmates, family, the Baldwin Foothills faculty and staff, and other distinguished guests. Welcome to the Foothills Class of 2022 graduation ceremony. A little over a year ago, I entered these halls not knowing what to expect. Was it going to be just like any other ordinary high school, or would it be a place where students strive to graduate just like we are doing here today? That day, I stepped into these halls and was greeted by every teacher I walked past. It completely blew my mind. When I needed help with a question, there was always someone here to help. It takes that kind of teamwork to survive anywhere in life. I know my experience in life is limited, but every problem I've overcome has been because someone has helped me along the way. Thank you to my parents, friends, teachers, and everyone here at Baldwin Foothills. You always gain so much respect for the people that go the extra mile to help you. Foothills cared about our future. As we walk across the stage tonight to receive our diplomas, we will travel our own paths. Some of us will go to college and some of us will go directly into the workforce. The future is in our hands. We have come so far, and I have no doubt that we will go far. Congratulations, class of 2022, we have made it.
Hello. I'm very proud to be able to introduce you to the two Mama Jo Spirit of Foothills Award winners. These two individuals show the real spirit of Foothills by working hard regardless of whatever barriers are put in front of them. And this Mama Jo Award was named after my mother, Mama Jo. And we're so proud to award a monetary award to these students, and we're proud to do it each year. We have Francisca, Camino, Castro from Walton County, and Chevelle, Leanne, Jett from Barrow County. And both of these students are going to tell their story and the barriers they overcome and where they are today. We could not be prouder. Thank you, ladies.
Hi, my name is Francisca Camino Castro. I'm from Walton Foothills side. My story is not the story of typical Foothills graduated. Imagine a millennial with a Gen Z generation in a classroom with the students who could be my daughters. I am a 36-year-old mother of 5 who made sure her dream of earning a high school diploma came true. Even though I took her a little longer to achieve. A dream of graduating from high school ever since my family came to the U.S. when I was 14 years old. I will be the first to graduate of 5 siblings. During some very challenging years, like my mother's illness and trying to learn English, I never give up on my dream of graduating from high school. My path had many obstacles. Imagine being in a classroom where no one speaks your language without understanding a word that teacher says. That was my early life in high school. Eventually, I imagined to be complete most of my classes, but I could pass a state English writing test, so I could graduate. Feel like I was disappointing my family, especially my father, because he brought us to this country for a better future. I got married, moved to Georgia, and started a family. I never give up hope that one day I will get my high school diploma. When I hear about the Foothills and opportunity to be Foothills Plus students, I knew my dream of the future could come true. Raising my own child, I understood the importance of good education to be successful in life. I want to show them that with determination and perseverance, any goal is possible, and that they should never stop chasing their dreams. Raising 5 kids isn't easy, but imagine trying to go to school while that's going on. Also, my family went through some tragedies, like the kidnapping of my father, my young brother, and 2 cousins. After 14 months, they give us the news that they have died. The death of my mother from her illness, and my father and my brother dead were devastating to me. Through all this sadness, I knew I had to keep chasing my dream. Many thanks to Foothills for the great opportunity you give me and for allowing me to reach my dream. Many people work to make it possible for me to graduate and motivate me every moment. They made me feel at home, and now I have a better future for myself and my family. I would like to thank each teacher and every staff member of Walton Foothills. I am so grateful for their support. My father always wanted me to graduate from high school. I knew he would be proud of me today. I graduate, and I am training to be a counselor from Georgia Health Department WIC program. I would also like to look at options for a career of Athens Tech if I get the chance.
My name is Chevelle Jett, and I'm from the Foothills Barrow site. My Foothills story begins in March of 2020. The halls of Appalachia High School had been plagued with all the COVID precautions. Students were commuting 6 feet apart, equipped with earbuds and a mask. The new normal was here, and it was affecting the nation. The place I looked forward to going to every day had turned into a silent, dreary place that smelled of strong disinfectant. I started to hate school, which wasn't like me, so I decided to transfer to Foothills. I was welcomed into Foothills Barrow by the sweetest team of faculty and staff. I was paired with Miss Nicole Tadia, my mentor, who soon became my best friend. She was short compared to me, but always wore the cutest heels, which gave her some height. I met with Miss Tadia every time she was in the building. She always helped me reach my academic goals, but we also loved talking about our personal lives. She always cheered me on when I began my many different jobs in high school. When schools were closed due to the pandemic, we kept in touch. I often called her for advice or just to check in. She had been experiencing some mental issues, but showed no concern and always insisted that she was fine. In May of 2021, I had just turned 18 and decided to live with my boyfriend. We lived together still an hour away from Barrow County. My commute to school every day became a hassle, and I started falling behind. My mental health had gone downhill once I moved, and I had only lived in one house my entire life, and change scared me. I became very anxious and was diagnosed with generalized anxiety, something Miss Tadia also struggled with. She encouraged me to talk to my physician, and from there on I started taking medication, which helps me every day. Some time has passed, and I began to come out of my funk. I had started going to school every day during the week and seeing Miss Tadia every now and then. Our conversation slowly went from taking place down the hall to her texting me from the hospital. I continued school nevertheless and received an email at work in September with the subject line, "We regret to inform students that one of our mentors, Miss Nicole Tadia, has passed." My heart sunk. Foothills reached out and offered counseling, and I was set up with a new mentor. I've never experienced the death of someone close to me. I began to grieve the loss of my best friend and mentor and ended up not showing up to Foothills for over 2 months. I received a text from Miss Amy, my new mentor, checking in to see how I was doing. I agreed to meet up with her and started attempting school again. I began to feel motivated and attempted to finish 4 classes in a month and attempts to graduate in December, and it did not work. I completed 3 classes and was left with the dreaded Algebra 2, something Miss Tadia and I always agreed was longer than it should be. I started to dedicate myself to this goal of graduating and making Miss Tadia proud in February of 2022.
I ended up finishing Algebra 2 with plenty of time before graduation, and thanks to Mr. Black and other math teachers. I also started a job at UGA, where I'm a laboratory animal care technician. This job was referred to me by one of Foothills' own alumni support, Miss Mary Kelly, who I'm very grateful for. I plan on studying wildlife biology and wildlife vet sciences at UGA in the coming months. I stand in front of you today with my glamorous heels and sense of accomplishment. I know that she's proud of me, and I am forever thankful for the impact she has left on my life.
Look.
We are so proud of our 2022 graduates, and we wish them all the very best in their future endeavors as we present to each of them Baldwin Foothills Site Scholarship. When I call your name, please come forward. Jarius Bell. Jarius will begin his welding career and continue his education at Central Georgia Technical College. Ja'Cory Davis. Ja'Cory will enter the workforce and continue to explore future business opportunities. Jasmine Kemp. Jasmine has decided to take a year off and will enter Central Georgia Technical College and major in art. Jasmine Purvis. Jasmine plans to enter Georgia Military School in the fall and wants to become a social worker. Dr. Gibney Sherman, we present to you these graduates who have met or exceeded all requirements of our local governance board and the state of Georgia to be 2022 graduates of Foothills Education Charter High School. Graduates, will you please stand? Jarius Bell. Ja'Cory Montes Davis. Jasmine Simone Kemp. Jasmine Marie Purvis. Graduates of Foothills Charter Education High School, class of 2022. You have been handed a diploma that guarantees that you have successfully reached the end of your high school years. In the years to come, please look back fondly on your time at Foothills and your accomplishments as the 2022 graduating class. Now, take the tassels on your hat and move them over your hearts. May your futures be bright. You did it.
Now, to offer some inspiring words to our graduates is the superintendent of Foothills Education Charter High School, the person whose vision has led to this graduation moment for countless students who are looking for a different option for high school, Dr. Sherry Gibney Sherman.
Hello, my name is Sherry Gibney Sherman, Superintendent of Foothills Education Charter High School. We thank you for coming to graduation. These are proud moments for us when we get to celebrate our students. But first, we'd like to thank people that are in the room. Students, we thank you for having a reason to celebrate. Parents, family, friends who are here celebrating, we thank you. Staff, we have nearly 1,000 employees working to make sure these students can graduate. We have site directors that provide leadership at each of our sites. We have a governance board who works to manage and make sure that we are doing all the work we need to do to serve our students. Our partner school districts and their communities help to provide space and resources for us to work with our students. The Georgia Department of Corrections works with us to make sure in our 3 prisons that we can serve students. Plus, we have the Northeast Georgia RESA Regional Educational Service Agency, and they work with us to bring resources across our region. A special thanks to Melanie Britton for organizing all of the scholarships and awards we present each year, and to Mark Chanel for organizing all the graduations throughout the district. We really want to thank the entire Foothills community who work together every day to support students as they earn their high school diploma and prepare for careers in college. It takes all of us. For you students, I want you to know that you're part of something bigger than where you are right now. We have 20 sites, and there's a lot of students across the state who are wearing blue gowns just like you. We're in 17 school district partner sites, and I'm going to tell you where they are, because you may have a friend or a cousin or a relative who may need the Foothills experience. We're in Baldwin County, Barrow County, Bibb County, Butts County, Clark County, Franklin County, Greene County, Jackson County, Jasper County, Madison County, Morgan County, Oglethorpe County, Social Circle City, Walton County. Plus, we have a virtual site that's 100% virtual. And right now we're capped at 350 students who come across the state of Georgia to learn with Foothills. As I said, we have 3 sites that are in 3 prisons. They're in Arendelle, Burris, and Phillips. We have 2 sites at our Youth Challenge program, one at Fort Gordon and one at Fort Stewart. Now listen to this. Since we opened our doors in 2015, we have had 1,714 graduates since we opened, and that's as of May the 11th, 2022. And there's more to come because our school year is not over yet. So where are we now? Since we opened our doors in 2015, we have served 14,505 students. Over 14,000 students have entered our doors seeking an alternative way to earn a high school diploma. Now, all haven't finished, but many have, and we could not be prouder. And for those students, our program has developed since we opened. We have support for life skills for students, helping them to be prepared to work with life, including medical health services at some of our sites. We've established a Weld Ready program at Barrow, Jackson, and Madison sites where high school students are earning welding credentials. And every one of our students who graduates from one of these programs, they're offered a job at the completion. So as a high school graduate, they're getting jobs at Caterpillar, Kubota, and more. We also have other career-ready programs that students are participating in. Precision machining and technology, emergency medical technician, healthcare, and more. And we're working hard to make sure we're not only supporting students as they earn their high school diploma, but we're making sure our kids are career ready too, and they are. 5 years ago, we established an alumni transition team. We're about to have our 4th member of that team, and they work with students in their senior year. And as the students get closer to graduation, they help them find jobs, complete college applications, job applications, and help them bridge over to the next step in life. We continue to work on our curriculum to make sure it's the best it can be for our students. We have data teams, curriculum teams, to making sure that we align to Georgia standards and the students have the best opportunity for learning. We have instructional coaches for all of our sites to make sure that our teachers are doing it the Foothills way. And one thing that we were able to do with our Youth Challenge program is to offer a quality virtual option. So our students work at each of their campuses in a virtual setting, and if they're within 5 hours of graduation when they finish the Youth Challenge program, they can come on back and we'll help them finish until they get to the finish line. We continue to offer Foothills Plus. And Foothills Plus is for students who have already aged out. So regardless of their age, if they're within 5 credit hours of graduation, we can serve them. We do have to charge a tuition, but it's very small. And actually our oldest graduate is, I believe, is 72 years old. So we're there for those who want to earn a high school diploma. I mentioned we're in our 3 state prisons, and since we've opened, we have awarded 391 high school diplomas. And what we have discovered, if a student earns a high school diploma from Foothills, when they're released, they don't come back to prison. And the average rate of prisoners who come back to prison after being released is actually 40%. For Foothills, it's 1%. Foothills is making a difference. We also offer something called credit transfer. That means a student can be enrolled in their regular high school and they can attend Foothills part-time and earn credits that they can transfer and take back to their home school so they can graduate with their peers. And to date, we have served 1,920 students in this transfer program. And we're just as proud as those graduates as we are our own. And there's something you may have heard about, and it's real important for you to know, is Senate Bill 153. It was a law that was passed in 2021. And a lot of things happened with that, and we're working on it. But one thing that happened is Foothills is now working under the Georgia Department of Education. And we're working closely with the Georgia Department of Education to make sure that students have access to Foothills option for many years to come. And it's important, if you're sitting in this room, to make sure that the students and families and friends let our legislators know, and our Department of Education, how important Foothills is to you and your future. We need to make sure that students have this opportunity in the future for a quality high school experience, for students to be job prepared, and for students to be life prepared, and that you have the option to work at your own rate and at the time you can, so that you can take care of you and your families. We have high quality adults who work with you as you navigate high school. As a matter of fact, we assign a mentor to every student, and that mentor's task is to stay with you and meet with you at least once a week to make sure there are no barriers that are getting in your way from finishing your high school. Other students deserve this opportunity, and we need you to help us make that happen. As a Foothills graduate, you took the chance to enroll in a different kind of high school. We are different. You worked at your own pace. We're open all year. We're open at night. You work hard. No one gives you a diploma. You work very hard in a small classroom setting with adults that come in and out of your life. You are brave to have done this. You are smart, you are loved, and don't ever forget that. You are appreciated. Thank you, graduates, for representing Foothills Education Charter High School.
Our 2022 graduates would like to come up and say some words about their Foothills High School experience and their journey to this day.
Good God Almighty. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Words can't even explain how I feel right now. All of this didn't hit me until now, man. So crazy. Came a long way, no cap. Came a long way. When I was in outfit, I thought I wasn't even going to be able to do anything. Go back to school, live life, do the things I used to do on a daily basis. Sad to say, they told me I couldn't even play football no more. They even told me I probably wouldn't even be able to walk again. You know what? Just walk across the stage, got my diploma. If I ain't no place, I don't know what it is. If I ain't no place, I don't know what it is. You know? When I got home, the pandemic was around, folk was dying, and school was still going. I was a senior at Baldwin. I remember I used to come up to the school knowing I was supposed to be at home healing and resting. Coach used to always tell me, he used to be like, go home now, you know you're supposed to be at home. He used to be like, go home, join the class. He used to keep me out because I was in on just laying down every time. I mean, I wasn't really taking school serious how I wanted to because I couldn't play sports no more. My auntie died the same week, friend died the same week. I just really wouldn't even worry about school, honestly. Mr. Flanner, he called me and he said, Jerry, I'm afraid you're not gonna be able to graduate this year. He did leave me speechless. He gave me an offer though. He said, you can go to Foothills and finish up classes or go to Baldwin the whole year again. I told Foothills. Foothills was the best decision I made because I met some very, very genuine and down-to-earth people. They helped me keep my head on, keep me moving forward, and I thank each and every one of y'all. And I would like to thank my dad, my mom, my sister Quanah, my other sister-in-law, my grandma. Lord have mercy. Y'all just don't know I love that lady though. Good God Almighty. I will never stop giving up because that's what each and every one of y'all will want me to do. Never give up. I would like to thank my brother, even though he didn't make it. But my other brother, LaKenny, my other sister-in-law, Nisha, I promise I got y'all everything in me for real. Y'all never gave up on me, and I'll never give up on y'all. I'm gonna keep going, I promise.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. I just want to thank all mentors for blowing up my phone, honey. Okay? After this, I'm blocking y'all. I want to thank my sisters, all three. No, all three. For motivation. Going to work in the morning and getting off 3 o'clock. School starts at 4:30. plenty of time, therefore the alarm go off. I'll be like, oh, shut up, 5 more minutes. But I had Miss West calling my phone, Miss Richardson. Girl, where you at? You know you gonna make it, right? You all know that. I know I'm here. I want to thank my stepmom for believing in me, my dad, the long talks. Lord have mercy, this man can talk. My other grandmama, hey girl, I see you, baby. My grandmama up front. I just want to thank God, y'all. If it wasn't for y'all motivating me, I wouldn't even be standing here. I'd be at home somewhere, asleep, just God. So I just want to thank y'all. If you're a mom, raise your hand. Y'all so beautiful. If you're an auntie, raise your hand. If you're a grandmama, please raise your hand. I just want to thank all y'all ladies for giving us birth to be here. We might have failed, didn't succeed the first time, in my case, the first 3 times. But we still came on top. We still wear our cap and gowns faithfully every day. If you're a dad, raise your hand. If you're an uncle, raise your hand. If you is a grandfather, raise your hand. I just want to thank all y'all fellas. We're not going to say too long on topic, because some of us came here on the drunk night, so we're just going to hallelujah on that. If you a sister, raise your hand. If you a brother, raise your hand. Cousin, niece. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all see what I'm here? So I just want to thank all y'all for being here and supporting us and congratulating us. I want to thank all y'all for allowing us to be ourselves, dress how we want to dress at school, and come in we want to. They'll call your phone too, trust God. But I just want to thank y'all so much, and I'm proud to be here. Train.
Hello. So giving speeches really isn't my thing or anything. I'm a very nervous person in general. But I want to thank my family and my mentors and Miss Wolf and all the math teachers and stuff, because like the girl on the screen said, Algebra 2 was horrible. It was the longest thing in the world. But yeah, I came to Foothills because I was very suicidal at the time, and this was the only place where I could really heal while getting out of a mental hospital at the same time. So I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank Miss Curtis and Miss Barnes and everything, especially for just being patient with me. So, yeah. So I'm agree with what other Jasmine said. I'm not the best at giving speeches, but I never would have expected to be at Foothills, the famous night school. I always wanted to graduate with my peers at Baldwin, but at the beginning of my senior year, August, I got COVID. I was out for a month, I couldn't come back. I was so behind when I came back. I could not catch up. I could either repeat the 12th grade twice at Baldwin and graduate my friends, or I can graduate on time. I've had the most supportive people in my life. I would like to thank my grandmother, my dad, my boyfriend, and everybody who's supported me on this way. And I also like to thank Miss Richardson. She has motivated me so much, and I thank her so much for that. And I also want to thank Miss Hurst for always coming to me like, when you gonna come to my class? When you gonna come? And I keep on telling her, I'm gonna come, and I finally did. And I also want to thank Miss Curtis and everybody here who helped me along the way. Thank you.
parents, grandparents, teachers, mentors, friends, and everybody in this room. We wouldn't be here tonight without you, so thank you. Kiddos, thank you. We love you. Thank you for believing in these graduates when they sometimes had trouble believing in themselves. Thank you for encouraging them that their goals were within reach. Thank you for sending them on to the next chapter of their lives, knowing that they have the ability and the determination to accomplish anything you want. We can't wait to see how you shine. Can't wait. Guests, when the graduates exit the theater, we ask that you remain at your seats until all graduates have exited. Thank you so much for allowing us the honor and the privilege of serving these kids. We love them. Thank you.